made a transmission, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw the Iraqi soldier walk in and stand basically about 3 feet away from our group of people. So I finished the radio transmission and handed the hand mic back to Sergeant Davis, and as I turned, I looked, and the guy opened fire on us, raised his weapon up, and just started spraying with his M16. So
Major Raymond Maddox was there when the Iraqi soldiers shot and killed Master Sergeant Anthony Davis and a Marine officer at point-blank range. Earlier this year, I visited the remote town in northern Iraq where the incident occurred. At the time of the shooting, Master Sergeant Davis was part of a small team of U.S. military advisors embedded with the Iraqi Army. The slayings of Master Sergeant Davis and Marine Captain Warren Frank in November were not the first time Iraqis in uniform have attacked American troops. But this shooting had resonance because Master Sergeant Davis and his team are the heart of the changing U.S. military mission in Iraq. Most of the troops remaining in Iraq after the combat mission ends in August 2010 will be working as advisors. And as Lieutenant Colonel Leif Gunnis says, there will be far fewer of them.
As units draw down out of Iraq, combat units, and there's less and less American forces over here, the advisor team is going to be out at remote locations by themselves, much like the ODA, the Special Forces guys, do already.
After the slaying of Master Sergeant Davis and Captain Frank, the trust between the U.S. and the Iraqi military here was damaged. Master Sergeant Davis's friends in the military transition team, known as AMIT, renamed their outpost in his honor.
When he opened fire, I think Sergeant Davis, and this is one of the harsh things that's been difficult to deal with, is that I think Sergeant Davis pushed me to the ground. I'm not 100% sure, but I flew back and to my right, and Sergeant Davis was standing to my left. So I tend to believe that he saved my life.
Within 2 days of the November attack, 20 Marines had arrived to provide security.
That's the reason our platoon got moved up here to provide security for the mid team.
It is unclear whether the killer was sympathetic to the insurgents or just wanted the money such attacks can bring. The case is winding its way through the Iraqi courts. Iraqi officers said they were ashamed of the shooting.
We were sorry about this problem that happened. The Iraqi army and the American forces are both fighting terrorism. We are hunting terrorists, so why was there a terrorist among us?
Some U.S. officers have long pressed for larger advisory teams for better security. Heavy fortifications like these send a clear message of mistrust to the IA, the Iraqi army.
We do now.
Captain Sean Keneally was there when the Master Sergeant was killed.
You know, we had to distance ourselves quite a bit because you can never tell, what someone's thinking.
And do you think that was the intention behind, or one of the intentions behind what he did?
Absolutely, that was one of the intentions behind having an IA soldier shoot, a coalition member. I think that he saw how well, our team has built a relationship with the battalion, and it was a good way to drive a wedge in between the relationship, basically, and hinder what we're trying to do out here.